Hey guys, it's Carter McCann here, and welcome to my PPL Division 2 Week 1 game against Kelly, also known as Under the Radar, who is the coach of the Maryland Torterrapins. Now, looking at his team, he brought everything I thought he was going to bring, except he brought Goudreau for Magneton, which didn't mess me too much up, but okay, so we're going to start the game off. I'm going to lead off with Garchomp. It has the best lead overall. I can Toxic something, I can get up Stealth Rocks, which are very good, and he's going to lead off with Mew. Leading off with this, I just assume now that Mew is going to be his Stealth Rocker, his defensive wall of some sort. I go for Toxic first play, just because I think Residual will be very, very nice to have on his Mew itself. I know he's going to synchronize over, and that's okay. I'm willing to do that at this very moment. He gives up Stealth Rocks, showing me that he is either specially defensive or physically defensive. He's not offensive in any way. Also, I outspeed him, and I have 0 speed investment. He's base 100, and I'm base 102 speed, which means I outspeed. So he's max HP with something. So this play I just go for Stealth Rocks, just to get them up, see if Clefable is unaware or Magic Guard. As his Mew goes for Scald, confirming to me that he's definitely some sort of bulky wall in some shape or form. So on this play, I'm going to actually try to make a switch and switch out into my Gerald McCoy or my Spiritomb to try and, maybe fake out the Mew, maybe let him think that I am some sort of trapping set. Just thought it'd be a good play overall, so switch out my Spiritomb. I have pressure, so I exert pressure under the Mew, and then he unfortunately also switches out into the one thing I did not want to see come in on my Spiritomb, and that is the Clefable. Okay, Clefable takes rocks damage, telling me he is 100% going to be unaware Clefable. That means that my Spiritomb has a much harder job of sweeping now, or hopefully winning the game for me late game. So I'm going to go out into, I think it's my best play, I'm going to switch out into my Rotom Heat. Yes, I could switch out into Scizor, but I'm fearing the fire move of some sort. So I switch to my Rotom, he just goes for a Moonblast, which was probably his best play overall. But I just didn't want to overpredict or anything. I take a hefty damage, and get special attack drop, didn't matter at all. This turn, I'm hoping he maybe stays in, thinking he's nothing to fear from me, and I'm going to go for a trick. But he ends up switching out into his Mew, and I end up tricking. This Mew is now Choice Scarfed and Toxic and can't really do anything. So I'm in a pretty good position right now with this Mew basically just being fodder. Only problem is I make a misplay right here. His Mew is now Scarf, which means he outspeeds my Rotom. I didn't think about that at the time. So I'm like, okay, cool, I'm faster, I can go for a Volt Switch, it'll be great. Turns out he is faster, gets off a Scald on me, and brings me down to, I think it's 6 HP. Yes, and I Volt Switch out, which means Rotom can be Death Fodder later, which, isn't not a bad thing. And I'm going to switch out into my Roserade, because it resists Scald, his Mew is obviously locked in, which is a really good special defense. So this first play, I'm going to try to make a ballsy prediction and go for HP Ground, predicting the Jirachi to come in. However, he does not and stays in to fodder off his Mew. So I go for HP Ground. As you can see, it'll do piss poor damage. I'm thinking he's actually specially defensive Mew, just because I am a modest, not fully special attack investment, but I'm pretty hefty. So I get spikes right here on this turn, just because if he's gonna die of Toxic, Scald won't do anything to me. Let me just get up a layer of spikes. I wish I had T-spikes, actually. That would have been really helpful for the Clefable and stuff. So I get up spikes, and then his Mew dies. This means that he is 100% surely bringing in his Jirachi right here. It just actually puts pressure on my entire team. I lied. He brings in Crobat. That's later. Oops. So I decide I'm going to sack off my Rotom right here, so he can't get a Defog off or Brave Bird something. So Rotom comes in, dies off to Rocks. And rip Nymphin, rip and dead, good sir. He goes for Brave Bird, he gets Black Sludge, which means he's more than likely a Defog, speedy, McQuick guy. So I'm decided to go into my Spiritomb. I make a really stupid play right here. I should have just gone for a Shadow Ball. It was my best play overall. Instead, I decided to be cheeky and make a switch out, double switch into my Roserade, as Crobat goes for U-turn. Basically, he just got initiative off that, and I lost initiative by making an unnecessarily double switch. And this is the free switch he gets into Jirachi with. Now, I'm hoping that he's maybe not speed invested, And so I can outspeed him this turn and go for HP ground and do a boatload of damage because, well, Jirachi doesn't want to take his HP ground. Unfortunately, though, he outspeeds and he makes a good play and goes for Ice Punch, thinking the Garchomp might come in, which was what I was going to go into after this, but for some reason I did not. Instead, I decided to go into my Spiritomb, which I lied. I go into Scizor. I'm thinking he's locked into Ice Punch, so I go into Scizor. Turns out he's not, and he goes for Fire Punch, and I lose my Scizor. Scizor did nothing because I'm really stupid and played really shit with him. So there goes Scizor. Now I decided to bring in my Spiritomb. And I'm like, alright, I'll just go for Shadow Balls. I know he probably has Iron Head, but it's okay, because eventually I'm not going to get flinched. I'm not going to die to this. It's okay. This part right here is a lot of Kelly going for Iron Heads, not going for flinches. Basically, he's actually just foddering off his Jirachi to get a free switch into his Clefable. There's unfortunately a couple flinches here and there. Nothing game-changing. This part right here is nowhere, shape, or form like detriment to me at all. He makes the plays he has to make. I make the plays I have to make. There are no hacks involved. It was just a prolonged Jirachi death. Is basically how it went. Actually, I think he ends up switching at one point because I think he felt bad from getting a couple flinches. But none of this was, bad. There's nothing wrong with it. He played how he was supposed to play. So on this turn, I'm just gonna go for like Sleep Talk, trying to pull something. I end up getting flinched. I'd probably rest the next turn just to be safe because I really need this Spiritomb. It's my win condition. Once I hopefully get rid of the Clefable. There we go. I get a rest off, and I'm back up to full. One problem, if you haven't noticed, I have basically no checks for that Clefable anymore, so it has become a huge problem to me, and I really need to somehow kill it. I don't know how I'm going to do that particularly. So that's something I was having trouble with. I think soon I actually don't get flinched and I go for a Sleep Talk, and I get a Calm Mind. Is that this turn right here? I do believe it might be. Yep, I get Calm Mind right here. So just showing him I am a Crow set. I'm max physically defensive with Calm Mind. So that obviously doesn't help at all. I think I go for a rest right here. Actually, I get flinched right here, I do believe. Yeah, I get flinched. And as you can tell, after leftovers, I'm going to be able to survive another Iron Head, and I can go for rest again. Like I said, Kelly had to make the plays he had to make right here, because maybe he had a free switch and everything, but he was just sacking off his Jirachi at this point. I think he actually felt a little bad about this, but it's no big deal at all. He did what he had to do for obvious reasons. So I am going to now go for a Sleep Talk, and I do believe if I pull Shadow Balls, he switches out into his Clefable. And you will see that this actually does nothing. Takes spikes, takes Stealth Rocks. Like I said, I think I pull Shadow Ball right here. And fat damage, question mark? None at all. So that's a little disappointing, but it's okay. After this, I do believe I switch out into my Garchomp, hoping I can live a hit and get off a Toxic. And I don't die from Toxic, but a Moonblast will effectively take me out, which is okay. Basically, once I lost my Scizor and Roserade, I lost the game. I couldn't kill this Clefable. It was my only way of actually killing it. So I'm gonna switch out into my Mega Gardevoir right here and try to get off some big damage with a Hyper Voice. No, sorry, I don't go for Hyper Voice. I go for my Hidden Power. I think is it Fire? I think it might be Fire. I go for HP Fire right here, predicting the Jirachi to come on in. I mean, yay, late game predictions that don't really matter, but hey, I mean, I guess it doesn't mean I'm completely shit at this game. I'm just mostly shit. Yeah. So I'm just gonna go for Hyper Voice for HP. I want to say HP Fire, so HP Ground on Roserade. So I think it was HP Fire, and takes out the Jirachi, which is nice. So help my differential a little bit there. Next he switches out into his Milotic. I go for Taunt right here. That was probably a bad play, but I was thinking that he may have Mirror Coat. especially because I did not see leftovers. I thought he was assault vest with like mirror coat, so I didn't want to die from a hit for myself basically. But he ends up going for Scald, and he gets the burn. And I decided to just go for a hyper voice a couple times here and there, just to get us some good damage. Yeah. I end up losing this one-on-one because I went for the taunt, and I probably didn't need to. And this is probably an assault vest, my look, or a Rocky Helmet. Rocky Helmet wouldn't be too bad against my team. With, you know, like, okay, he did have lefties. I thought I didn't see them before, though. I swear I didn't see them when the rocks came in. Maybe I just missed them somehow. Oh, you didn't have lefties written on my paper. So I go for another hyper voice, hoping to get off some more big damage. I do a good amount. He goes for Scald, takes me out. And after this, I do believe all I have left is my Spiritomb. And he still has his Clefable in the back. So, basically, I'm going to lose this game to Clefable, which is fine. I didn't play very well. This is my first game. It was a good game overall, not that hacksy. Good game to my buddy Kelly. I really enjoyed it. It was fun. Like I said, you can watch this last little bit. But some housekeeping stuff. I'd also like to thank Ethan for recording this for me. It's very, very, very appreciative. And originally, I did try to make some GFX for this. But after making it and stuff like that, it looked like crap, so I ended up just not keeping it, and I'm not going to have any for this match. I may try to get some in the future, but I tried to make some myself, and it just didn't go so well. But yeah, thank you to Ethan. Obviously, you should know Ethan by now. He smiled my videos and stuff like that for recording this for me. Kelly's stuff will be in the description below, as well as the PPL stuff. Yeah, see, this is just me playing for differential, basically, right here, because I knew I lost, but I just wanted more points. I think I even pull a Shadow Ball right here and take out his Milotic. Kelly played well. I could have played better. I sacked my 2 mons that basically I needed to kill Clefable with, which was a big misplay on my part. And I should have known better. But I hope you enjoyed this match. If you have any questions, you're more than welcome to put in the description below. I will be answering them. And I have week 2 match. Actually, I think I'm playing it Thursday? It's tomorrow. It's tomorrow. Today's Wednesday. Yeah. So tomorrow we play my week 2 match against Chaos. That'll be a good match. We've been talking a lot of shit to each other, so it'll be great. He goes for Moonblast. He takes me out. So good game again to Kelly. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.